Hey YouTube, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. It is questionable behavior, and this story actually is the definition of questionable behavior. Two kids froze to death in a van in Detroit. The mother was homeless. I don't know, it's questionable about her culpability in this situation because she said she tried everything she could to take care of these children, but where was she is the question. She said she woke up in the morning and they were dead. And my question is, well, if you were in there with them, then there's no way you were sleeping if it was cold enough to kill them. This story is only about a week old. It's a lot of questions revolving around it, and questionable behavior is absolutely the channel to cover it. So I'm going to play the video. The father was also contacted and asked to take the children, but he had limited contact with the mother. They were not together at all to hear him tell it. Again, the story's pretty new, so there's a lot more information that should be forthcoming. I'm sure there'll be an investigation, and I'm definitely going to follow this one. I really want to know what happens with this because these children were absolutely adorable. Wait till you see them. It's a damn shame. Here we go.
Turn to our other big story of the night. A father speaking to us tonight after learning two of his kids died from exposure to the cold in a casino parking lot.
Yesterday, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham spoke to the mother of those two kids about the tragic situation.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please.
Now I want to bring something to your attention. She seemed visibly upset, but there were no tears. Maybe she cried them all out. I don't know, but there were no tears. And you'll get why I'm saying that in a second. Because in all the times that I listen to her, I see the emotion, but when you're really, really sad, especially after losing two beautiful children, I don't know about you, but my tears would be flowing like crazy.
Well, tonight, Darren is getting the father's side of this story, hearing about the moment he learned two of his children had passed away.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. People just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
All right, that don't make sense at all. All of these people are sleeping in a van for 3 months, okay? And they're freezing cold. Nobody woke up. These kids, listen, that happened over time. That didn't just happen that one night. I can't even understand this. I can't wait to hear what the investigation says because that makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so there were 4, 5, 6 people in a van sleeping, and 2 of the people, the children, froze to death. You don't have them in between you? You don't have them covered up? You're not keeping them warm? Like, what was y'all doing? They wasn't there. Something's up. Something is definitely up.
She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
That's what I saw about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Now, initially, when I saw his response and reaction, he seems very emotionless almost. But, when he just made that last statement, I saw a tear run down his face. And if you look at earlier parts of the video, you can tell he's visibly upset. So, yeah, this is probably the most tragic thing in the world. And the way he's telling it, he also said that he didn't even know she was homeless for 3 months. Now, if they're not in touch, there's a couple of questions here that ring out. So, why aren't you checking on your kids? If you love them, why aren't you seeing them more often? I understand you're working, but when you get off work, you could go find out where they are. You could be calling her. You could be trying just a little harder. And I'm not hearing that. Like, where's the effort on your part besides her not telling you that she was homeless for 3 months? How come you weren't making some inroads? How come you weren't trying to see the kids? So obviously you're disconnected in some way. And then the other thing is, how come you're not paying child support? Like, why is she like broke living in her truck? I don't know the circumstances. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it because she also said, and I think I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but she said that she went to the state to get help. So if she went to the state, first thing they should have said, well, where's the baby daddy? How come he's not putting anything into this? I'm curious to hear the rest of the story.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have, like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or two ago, and that they typically FaceTime, moments he will miss.
And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
Don't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
No, you cannot get them back. Our heart aches for this family. I mean, there's so many people reaching out, trying to help. And I would just say, to anybody in our community, if your children are cold and go inside somewhere, beg for help if you can, so nothing like this ever happens again.
And as I learned today, there are shelters. And those kind of situations, even if it's not ideal, shelters are your best policy at that moment.
Shelters, there are churches, there are people who will take you in. And I know she said she asked for help, so we are not blaming the mother because this is absolute heartache. But I'm speaking to anybody else out there. If you're in this situation, please go beg for help. Go knock on a church door. They will let you in before they let you stay out in the cold and your children could possibly die. That won't happen. Please knock on a door and ask for help.
Yeah, please do. All right.
Well, to me, it seems like neglect is going on from both parents. Obviously, the girl living in the car, I'm not sure she did all she could do. 3 months? Why 3 months? 3 months in the middle of winter in Michigan, where it is ice cold. You think it's cold in Philadelphia. It's like 10 to 20 degrees colder with snow in Michigan. I can't even imagine what these kids went through to freeze to death in the car. I think there's more to this story, and I'm definitely going to follow up with it. Please comment. Let me know what you think, because this sounds really, really suspect. Really, really suspect. And they need to get to the bottom of this. The other 2 kids are in jeopardy. They are. They're living in where are they now? A whole lot of questions come up, man. And these 2 kids had to sacrifice their life to get the attention that the other 2 or the whole family needs. It's just tragic. And they were absolutely beautiful. Comment. Let me know what you think, man. I think something is amiss. I think something is wrong here, obviously, but neglect. Obviously neglect. The father should have been looking in on the children. That is, of course, if he is interested in being with them. Also, where's the child support? He didn't say nothing about that. He didn't say, I've been giving her money and she's blowing it. He didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. You know, are substances involved? Yeah, I think it might be. Get back to me. My name is Jay. Like, subscribe, and comment.